Oh boy, time now for another episode of Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics, and we're concluding this issue of The Blue Beetle. This adventure called Buried Alive. The Blue Beetle's greatest battle for democracy. By a brilliant trick, he thwarts a sneaking JAP plot and recaptures the stolen invasion plans. How he does it is the most thrilling chapter in the amazing adventures of the Blue Beetle, Buried Alive. I don't think this is the most exciting chapter. Anyway, New York Police Headquarters. I'm assigning you to guard Miss Mason. She has a big reporting job to do. Stick with her. All right. Back the attack. Buy more war bonds and stamps. Okay. All right. I can't tell you where we're going yet, Danny, but I wonder if the chief knows why I wanted you especially. That night. Why, that's the London Clipper. Right, Danny. We're going to cover the invasion. Look, Americana flying boat, we attack. They had no guns, we attack. I could destroy them, but I would have to reveal my true identity as the Blue Beetle. So, wait, is that the... You're not saying the bullets are coming right across his cheek, are there... They're shooting another plane, right? I don't know. Anyway, she's like, The Blue Beetle's problem is solved by our allies. Tally ho. All right. Anyway, some of the nastiest bullets have found their mark. Good Lord. He's like bleeding out the side of his face. Let's land and put out those fires. We can't. These waters are mine. Oh, they gave you their lives. You lend your money. Can I help? Sure. Put this parachute on and get out on the wing and put out those fires. Joe here is injured and I can't leave the controls. Okay, it's... That's what you do. Oh, look, there's England. Somewhere in England, boom! Dan, where are you, Dan? Oh, man, this is... Okay. What do you need most? Blood, plasma, or live blood donors if we're going to save these men. Hurry up, nurse! There's work ahead for the Blue Beetle! Wait a minute, what am I missing? All right, I don't know. We took 20 pints of blood from him, and he isn't even weakened. It's amazing. Do your part for victory on the home front. Well, anyway, never mind what that was all about later. You can't print this. But the invasion plans were stolen by some JAPs we were questioning. In the excitement, they got away. He's just thinking about what he's going to tell them? What? I don't... The master brain of the Blue Beetle throws thought waves to Joan. She speaks his thoughts, thinking they are her own. Boy, he just gets new powers every day. Boy, he could make her think all kinds of things, couldn't he? Yeah. Turn this case over to Dan, gentlemen, and he will capture these JAPs. From your description, I can tell you that they are part of a Radua Bushka's spy ring. Dan beat them before, he'll do it again. Meanwhile, in that famous newspaper, news! JAP still phony plan. Spy ring gets wrong number. Signed, Blue Beetle. Anyway, but they got the real plans. Why did you have the papers print this? Simple. Now the spy ring thinks that he's disgraced for his failure. We just watch the papers for his death notice when he commits harry-carry. Ha 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 ha. Hal Pearl, dirtiest of the JAP spies, reads headlines and, before Honorable Emperor catch me, I go quick, join my ancestors. Hey, he's a vampire. Look at that, huh? So anyway, he's got the knife out and everything. So, meanwhile, you fat bloomin' stock, take Perry's body to Dumb John's. You, Caiob Leon, insert death notice in paper. We must have spy ring meet right away. All right, there you go. See, you're all caught up. Back the attack and, buy more war bonds and stamps. How about that, huh? So, anyway, fatal mishap in Upper Downingham. Young Chinese is killed when he falls on knife. Services at Dumb John's. This is it. They're disguised as Chinese. Now we must wait until the spies are all together. Then we can close in on them. Oh, well, all right then. That's what you think. Fat fix you. I will get the girl. He's mad. Anyway, so Ma Tin Chinese Laundry shows up and grabs her off the street. So we have you. That stopped Dan Garrett, and soon we have the plans too. Oh no, he's copping a feel. So, what the hell? Does he have wings on the back of his hat? I don't. Yeah, I guess looks like he's flying over the. How's he doing? Anyway, the drug fumes have done their work well. It is fortunate that this one sends his shirts to our laundry. Ha ha ha. Oh, so he was like high on something. But I mean, look how far up in the air. What? I don't know. Anyway, he crashed into a tree, so I guess that's the end of his weird. Anyway, quick, get away before it is too late. Go to the new hideout. The Blue Beetle is in England, and we don't want to meet him. Meanwhile, the Blue Beetle must make a terrible decision. Whether to sit here and keep taking a dump or to go save Joan. If I save Joan, maybe 1 million soldiers will die. What shall I do? In a tremendous fury at the JAPS, the Blue Beetle hurtles after them, realizing that in time of war, his duty is first to his country. Sorry, John. I fear we soon die glorious death for the Emperor. Dumb John's funeral parlor, and here comes Blue Beetle. Old JAP trick, jujitsu, wham. Pretty good trick. Now, God, this art is terrible. Oh, man, that is awful. Now watch this. Old American game, tag, you're it. Wow, it looks like he splattered their blood all over the floor. Wow, yeah. He could end this very quickly. He just likes to toy with people because he's rather sadistic. The Blue Beetle disposes of the 4 bodies and then, after his murdering, So, to secrete himself in the place of Hal Pearl, dead JAP spy. So, where an ordinary man would die from lack of air, the Blue Beetle calls upon his extra lungs. So his Blue Beetle powers gives him an extra pair of lungs, which give him enough oxygen to keep him alive for a week, if necessary. So 1 week later, with a tremendous buzzing sound, the sign of the Blue Beetle suddenly appears, meaning death to all enemies of democracy. Oh, I guess, is that it? He can barely tell, but I guess that's the Blue Beetle on his casket, And this guy's going to take a leak, I guess, mark his territory. But anyway, oh no, Blue Beetle burst out. So sorry, but here's where I get off. Oh, yeah. And he's just like, look at that. Here, one for you and one for you too. The Blue Beetle straightens some buck teeth. Yeah, it's well, you know, it was a different time. Here's something to go with your afternoon tea, old boy. The army will take them off your hands quickly enough, though, I say. So anyway, the Blue Beetle rushes to save John. Hey, did you see the camouflage job on that thing that went by? They've gone, but probably not very far. I'll wait till he goes away, then see what he's doing. A booby trap. Boom. Oh, it knocked him out, I guess? I don't know. He's going to take a leak on him. Well, anyway. I'll let him think that the explosion penetrated my special armor suit. He'll take me to the hideout. Thanks for the buggy ride. Things are going to be different around here for a while. Is that supposed to be Blue Beetle in that sack? I don't know. Oh, wait, maybe it's Blue Beetle telling him that. Yeah, you know, with a better attempt at the art, you could... Good Lord, he's enormous. Well, whatever. The Blue Beetle has no mercy for J-A-P-S. This liquid will rid the world of you, you fiend. So I guess he disintegrates him with whatever that is. So the Blue Beetle's most amazing trick, his perfect image disguise, where he even shrinks his size to the exact desired dimension. Okay. They'll never suspect this insignificant creature of being the Blue Beetle. I have blown up the Blue Beetle. Banzai. Oh boy, well, they've been having a time here, huh? Greetings, Kaob Leon. You are just in time for some great fun. We will now torture the girl. What reason have we to torture her? We need no reason. You should know that by now, Kaob, whatever. The Blue Beetle has heard all he wants to know. Wow, look at my waistline, huh? All right, it's the girdle. Don't you know that little children shouldn't play with fire? Attaboy, Blue Beetle, give them one for me. Yeah. Don't you like our little party? Come back and have some more. Stop, Blue Beetle. If you take another step, I'll kill the girl. Again, the Blue Beetle brings his thought projection mind into full play. Joan uses jiu-jitsu on the JAP. Thanks for the mental jiu-jitsu instructions, Blue Beetle. Oh, wait, she's aware I've been mind-controlling her? Whoops. I hope she doesn't remember, everything. So anyway, we owe an overwhelming debt of gratitude to Miss Mason, Dan Garrett, and the Blue Beetle. The invasion will proceed on schedule. Well, there you go. See, everything's fine. Oh, that was the end. It's got to be the absolute worst Blue Beetle story. And look, there have been a lot of bad ones, but geez, that was trash. Well, all right, how about a true story, supposedly? The ascent was made September 5th, 1862, from an English town in a 90,000 cubic foot balloon. Yeah, true story. Coxwell in Glacier, 82 years ago, rose to nearly 7 miles and lived without oxygen equipment. The balloon is turning so fast I can't take any. Glashner wanted to take photographs. Oh, okay, so he couldn't. So we'll just have to take his word for it that any of this happened. From 15,000 to 24,000 feet high, the balloon was rapidly carried aloft by a strong current of warm air until at 29,000 feet, the men were rising at 1,000 feet per minute. Glacier collapsed. Coxwell tried to seize the cord to valve gas and lower the balloon. but filled. The balloon finally came easily to Earth, and both men lived to show the power of stamina and grit. The average person could not endure the height they reached without special equipment. Okay, there's the... While Glacier was insensible, the balloon probably rose above 35,000 feet. Coxwell, his hands frozen, pulled the valve cord with his teeth, releasing gas and permitting the descent. All right, well, true story. How about that, huh? They got into a balloon and nearly died because of it. But, oh, well, look, that's it for Sunday Comics. So I'll find something to read next Sunday on, well, what else? Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics. Oh, God, it won't be that. No, God, please, no. All right, I'll see you next. Let's get the hell out of this. There we go. Well, that's not a great. No. Well, it'll be something. It won't be Blue Beetle. I'll find somebody else to read. I guess I should look for like what do you call Christmas stories or something. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe something like that. Anyway, there you go. That's it for this episode. I'll see you again next time on Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics.